There's a new old face at the Democratic National Committee. Harold Ickes is a fixture in the Democratic Party. He's a top donor and longtime confidant to the Clintons. He's one of the advisors for Ready for Hillary, a super PAC dedicated to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's possible 2016 White House bid. He's just been reappointed to the DNC's Rules and Bylaws panel, a spot he occupied until 2008 when President Obama took the helm of the party. So what's the big deal about some behind-the-scenes committee maneuvering? Well, that brings us to our underplayed story of the day, Harold Ickes and what he means for Hillary in 2016. Joining us now to help break it down is post-political reporter Karen Tumulty. Karen, welcome. Thank you again, as usual. So you spoke to Harold Ickes today.
I did.
What did he say about 2016 Hillary and this reappointment?
Well, he says that his primary reason for asking for this, which he did, he asked for this from Debbie Wasserman Schultz, the chairwoman of the DNC, was that he wants to do what he can to make sure that whoever gets nominated will be their strongest candidate for November. But he also told me, clearly I will be looking out for her interests if she decides to run.
Karen, I want to talk about Harold getting back on, to your point, asking back onto the DNC. Harold affiliating with Ready for Hillary, a super PAC that says they're paving the way for a potential run. Mo Olathe, another top former Clinton aide, now as the communications director of the Democratic National Committee. It feels as though there are a lot of sort of longtime Clinton hands being in places where they're not preparing for her to run necessarily, but if she ran, this would be useful experience. Am I drawing too many connections?
No, and of course this is all about the infrastructure. You know, this is really and truly about, again, making sure that she has people in the right places. Harold Ickes, by the way, in addition to being close to the Clintons, and he is very close to the Clintons, has very close ties to organized labor. He started up this outfit a few years back that keeps a gigantic database of names for liberal groups. So Harold has a lot of irons and a lot of fires.
You'd like to share about that relationship?
Well, my favorite story comes from the very day that President Clinton, the Senate of the United States, was voting on the impeachment of President Clinton. And that day, the president drops in at a very important lunch that's going on at the White House, and that is Harold Ickes and Hillary Clinton. And in fact, Harold was at the White House that entire day talking to the then First Lady about the prospects for her running for the Senate. And it was that day that she dispatched Harold to go back to his roots in New York and start making those important first contacts for her.
What a day. And I think Karen gets to the fact of how central Harold and what he's doing is to reading the Clinton tea leaves. I know you're watching it. I know you're a Harold Ickes veteran watcher, and you'll keep at it. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karen.